Hey guys, welcome back to the early morning show with Debarshi. This is your host Debarshi. Hope you're all having a fun and a lovely day. And if not, I'm always here to keep you guys entertained. While I was searching for a new podcast, a weird question struck me. The question was that what if we had no internet or the basic commodities or the luxuries you could say. And this question I wanted to ask you guys too. What would you feel? Shockingly enough, I found a particular family who lived in isolation from the whole world without all these basic luxuries or basic commodities that we have in our daily life, even without proper food and clothing. Today, I'm going to talk about the Lykovs, or known as the Lykov family. The Lykovs lived maybe not a peaceful life, but a adventurous one. So this was the time of the communist era. They were Christians, namely the Old Believer sect, or today known as the Russian Orthodox in Russia, based in Russia. And they were hunted by the Bolshevik army during the communist period. Karp Lykov, along with his family, fled their hometown of Lykova for somewhere they would not be found and killed. After his brother died, he knew he and his family were next, and so they made the move. The family consisted of Karp Lykov and his wife, Akulina Lykov. They had two children when they fled, Savin and Natalia. They had two more children, Dmitri and Agafia, in the wilderness of Siberia. They fled to Siberia. The place where they went was not at all habited and not even really known about or researched. By now, you would be like, okay, I get you. They had no one near, but they would have taken clothes and other essentials, right? Well, you can be partially right. They had no clothes other than what they wore. They had a kettle and maybe one or two utensils and a Bible paper. And well, that is it. The only thing proper they had was water. They had no food for many days. A few times they even had to eat grass so as not to die. Akulina Karp, the mother of the family, died starving so that her children could eat. Savin and Natalia died due to kidney failure. And really, for them, life sucked. The children were taught reading and writing by the Bible. They were taught about animals by pure imagination or drawing. Now, the three members that were left in the family were Karp, the father of the family, Dmitri and Agafia, the two children who were born in the wilderness of Siberia. And at his point of time, Dmitri became capable of hunting, and by this time they had actual food to eat. By actual food, I mean they got some nutrition at last. That was like gold and diamonds to them. Later on, Karp, the father, and Agafia's elder brother Dmitri died, leaving Agafia alone in the wilderness. By now, around 1978, a group of Russian geologists and scientists came upon searching for a land to land their helicopter in the taiga region of Siberia. Now you must be wondering, why would the Russian geologists and scientists go? Even I had this question. So the answer is that because during the 70s and the late 80s, the Russian government found a lot of natural resources or natural wealth, you could say, like oil, gas, etc. And when they discovered this barren land, uh, they told their team in the base, far, far away from the area, they told that they had found a, full flat land in the because in that region there was like so many pine trees and all, so the helicopter could not land at all. by now you must be wondering why the Russian geologists and the scientists went for researching in the wildness of Siberia. So the answer is that actually during the late 70s and the 80s, the USSR government found a lot of natural resources like oil, gas, etc. So then the group of Russian geologists found a barren land, or you could say, not a barren actually, it's a flat land in the wilderness of Siberia. Now, the thing was that because that taiga region is covered with fully like pine trees and everything, and so the helicopter could not land. But when the pilots saw that, there's a flat land where they can land, and there's a garden, not a flat land actually, garden. So then they informed the group of scientists, and when they came the next week or so, they came. So they bought foods and a lot of items like goats, beef, meat. Actually, you could say meat. So from that point on, they were getting aid from the outside world. By outside world, I mean the people who were visiting them by helicopter, the scientists and geologists mainly. So as of 2019, Agafia still lives in the taiga region of Siberia, and the people who visit her, like there was recently a documentary made on her by the Vice news company. It's there on YouTube. I can't give the link, but uh, you can check it out on YouTube. And so, whenever anyone visits Agafia in the wilderness of Siberia, they always bring chicken and other cattle for food. They even take clothes and utensils from the nearest city in Russia. So, I wanted to say something at the end. It was like, let's take some inspiration from them here. Even when the family died, that knowing that they had no choice but to, work hard for their living, they, still worked, and they sacrificed actually, sacrificed so much, for their family. And at last, I would like to say that dying or killing themselves wasn't an option. This is the same with our lives, like dying isn't an option, finding a solution is. So, by this, I mean that, a lot of people are having mental health issues during this, pandemic because they're locked up in their home, with the people they see 24 hours a day, or maybe they have gone through some trauma before. So I think I might be talking about mental health issue in the next episode. Anyway, I think you guys might be bored of my voice by now. So thank you for tuning in to my podcast. It means a lot to me, and give me some feedback, okay? Again, I am the host of the early morning show with Debarshi, and I'll see you next time. See ya.